Notion is one of my favorite tools on the planet, and I love to use it for my content creation process. I have a free download so that if you like to plan your content in Notion as well, you can download my exact template. On the left side here, we have my important links. I have a section for all of my different channels, and then I have a calendar with my content planned. So I want to start on the channel section because I think this is kind of the core of this template. I have multiple channels, as you can see, but when you create a new one, it will fill in some content for you. So I have unfinished content and finished content in here. So let's name this new channel. We'll add an icon here. And let's say it's a YouTube channel. I can drop all of my different ideas and just kind of brain dump into here some different video ideas for this channel. And then we have different statuses for different things. So you can change any of this in your template to be customized more for your needs. But basically, I use this as follows. An idea is just a quick thought, no date or outline. And as you can see, if you hover over this, we'll get a little pop-up on the left there that gives you kind of a little bit of information about each status. So let's say that I am going to publish this on January 5th. And I want to open it and actually plan it out. This is my template. So we have my templates in here, but there are some templates in the actual free version as well. So we have blog post, podcast, and then there's a YouTube template. For YouTube, we have a general kind of outline that I follow. So I usually have a filming script. This is for me to reference as I'm actually filming the video, or if I am using my teleprompter, this will be word for word scripting. Most of the time it's just an outline for me to follow. And then I have an editing outline. I do outsource to an editor. Even if I wasn't, I still think this is helpful. I have a little bit of area where I will write kind of what I'm talking about. So my editor can reference like what part of the video I want to add information in. And then I will mark down like what kind of B-roll I want. So for example, if this was a video about how to be productive, or let's say how to wake up early, be easy. And then maybe the B-roll is a person getting out of bed. And then maybe my title card will be called Wake Up Early. So title cards would be like actual graphics that I want to add. The narration is my cue for when to insert B-roll or when to insert motion graphics. And then the B-roll itself would be kind of a list of B-roll that I need to record. So then I have my YouTube description. I will fill this in with my default description and then just add in details as I go. Then I can just copy and paste that directly into YouTube when it's time to upload. I also have a spot for my tags, so I can add what tags I think are relevant. This is helpful for while I do keyword research and SEO research. I can just throw them all in here. I have the A-roll, which is the primary video footage. So that would be video like this. When I'm talking to you, you see my face. And then B-roll is any extra footage that's just adding to the story or showing additional information. So it's the showing, not telling. And then I have a spot for the final edit. So I will upload my final video in here so that I just have it somewhere. I like to just have backups and backups of my videos. So one of the many places I save it is here in Notion. On the right side, I have my checklist. This just helps me make sure that I'm writing quality videos and that I'm actually doing every step here. In the actual properties themselves, we have this status that we talked about. We have the primary image. This is where I like to upload the YouTube video cover. If I haven't actually made the cover yet, I will upload my screen grab from the video that I used for the cover, or if I take a few photos, I'll upload them all until I decide which one to use. I also have a partnered link. Basically, this just allows me to quickly add the affiliates and sponsors that I work with so that when I add them, it will give me the affiliate link. And then I also have a spot for the URL. So once the video or whatever the content is actually posted, I'll put the URL here so I have a reference for it later. And then the last thing for videos specifically that I use is this B-rolls pool. So I do have a B-roll library where I keep a lot of the B-roll footage that I use often. Notion isn't the fastest and it's not the best for file management, but for quick projects and one-off videos, it is a really great way to do this. So my editor can come in here and see a list of all the B-roll that I want to use for this. And then if they open them up, they can download the file itself and just use that in the video. They can also see what content this video has been used in. So this is helpful for me if I am creating a bit of a library in here to know what videos is attached to which B-roll and what has or has not been used. All right, so let's get to the content itself. I love this date view down here for my content. And the reason for that is because it's really easy to add new content to it. So let's say that I am getting into August and I want to plan some content. I can click on this no date idea here. And basically this is all of the content in my content planner that currently does not have a date assigned to it. So these would be things that are ideas. So for example, if I'm going to pop in here, so I just brain dumped in my channel. I had some thoughts about what I could do, but now it's time to actually plan those things. When I'm looking at my calendar, I can just click on these ideas and they'll load into my calendar, and then I can just drag and drop them wherever is appropriate to plan my content. This makes it super easy for me to just have a visual of what content I want to do when, and then I can also quickly open this up and actually start to draft the content or create it itself. It's also really easy to move them around as needed, especially as things change or maybe as sponsorships come up, and that publish date will automatically change for me as I drag it around the calendar. If you have hundreds of ideas, this might be a little bit overwhelming to view, but you can filter things out by different channels if that is something you want to do. You just go to filter and then you choose what channel is contained within this view. I can choose just this channel, and then my no date filter will show just the ideas for that channel specifically. So that's a good way to do that. And then you can just hit reset and it'll bring you back to normal. All right, so let's talk about now the other databases that help to run this template. So we already kind of saw our channel database, which does live right here. This is the master database, so make sure you don't delete this unless you know what you're doing. Then we have the all content database. So this content planned is actually just a view of the content database. So if you click on this, this is grouped out by status. So you'll be able to see everything, regardless of whether it's done or not, in the status section here. So we can see what channel it's associated with. We can see the published date, name, status, all that good stuff. You can alter what properties you see here by clicking on these three dots, going to properties, and then choosing what other things you want to see. There's also a section for just completed, which will show the content by channel rather than by the actual idea. If we go back into our content creation, the first one I haven't really shown yet is partners. So this is where I keep all of the affiliates and sponsors that I have. This is a newer template, so I don't have all of mine loaded in here. But basically, I have a spot for sponsors. So those are people who paid specifically to be advertised in a video. And then I have a spot for affiliates. So this is something where if someone clicks on my link, I either get like a free month or I get, an income from that. Just by someone clicking and using the link. So I keep track of this by the portal, so where to go to access that affiliate information. I keep the affiliate link handy. That's just nice and easy. When I want to share that with someone, I can just come in here and copy that. And then I also keep track of the financial reward and the buy-in so that it's really easy for me to see all of the affiliates information here. For sponsors, I have the talking points and brand assets that I can upload in here. I don't use this too much unless it's actually a sponsor. I also have a way to see my backlinks, so I can see that I used this affiliate link in my 2 pieces of content so that at any point I can see how often I'm actually referring these affiliates in my videos. This is also really helpful for if your affiliate link ever updates. A lot of times the links can change. And so then you can go back through and really easily see what content needs to have that link updated. So this is a great way to kind of keep track of all of that. So otherwise, this template is pretty simple. So let's move on to the next one, which is the library. This is what I talked about prior with the B-roll. So as you can see, I have some of my content in here. I only have 34 videos. I don't use this often. Like I said, I mostly use this for my editor. So I have the actual file that can be downloaded. I do keep track of this with some tags so that it's a little easier to find what I need. And then I also have the link to what video it's being used in. So here is what the content dashboard will look like when you get in here. One of the additional things I added for you guys is a button to quickly add a new content idea. So when you click on this button, ignore this, that is fixed now. It will update the status to idea. and then you can just add your ideas really quickly. You will need to add a channel if you're not adding it directly from the channel itself, but this is a great way to quickly add a bunch of ideas if you're not sure what channel you want to post it to yet, or maybe it's just a general idea that you want to save somewhere. Again, you can grab that template in the link down below. Please let me know what you think of it and let me know any changes or updates that you'd like to see. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.